Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great week, or hope you had a great week if you're tuning in from Asia. It's almost done, almost weekend. But for now, let's get right into it. I wanted to make a video here on SUI. SUI this morning was quite strong. You can also see that over the course of the last 24 hours, we've seen some good momentum. But that's in line with the market, right? I mean, the entire market has moved up a fair bit over the course of the last 24 hours after the major news that we had yesterday. That crypto would be included in 401k options for Americans. So it was great news, and that caused quite a lot of bullish momentum. But this morning, even though some of that has flowed away, but this morning the narrative that SUI also belongs to, right? So that's a narrative of SUI, SEI, Injective, Celestia. Don't ask me why, Aptos, don't ask me why, but they tend to move together a lot. Or at least they tend to have momentum together a lot. And then outside of that, the movement is quite different. But that was this morning. Got quite a lot of momentum. And now we have moved into, I would say, the limits of where I said in the last video we could get. Right, so what I said in the last video is that I thought it was most likely that we had found strong support here at the 200 EMA and some sort of an all-time balance. And that we would be able to consolidate here, but that I thought it was most likely we would still fill the fair value gap right here towards 3.2 and 3.1 at least, right? So what I said is that, we can touch that 30-day rolling VWAP. However, things have changed, right? Fundamentally, things have changed, mainly with that news that we had yesterday, but also the sentiment around the markets after that news, all right? Because one of the best gauges in a market to see, all right, well, what's the sentiment? Is to check that if there's good news, how does the market react? All right, and we got a pretty good reaction after the major news yesterday, but yesterday we also had some other good news for crypto projects specifically, and we saw good reactions to that as well. So that makes me slightly more optimistic. We've also seen Bitcoin reclaim this range. We've seen others reclaim the yearly rolling VWAP. So that's an altcoin index, right? So I'm a little bit more optimistic about SUI. I think we can at least find balance a little bit higher. Now, I think even though this morning we saw some momentum, I don't think SUI is strong enough to break out. So then we're talking about a breakout above this main target that we have, where we have a major fair value gap, and it's the value area high, and it's a major key level at 4.05, right? That's my main target. And I think we can rally into that. We might need to retest, or I think it's actually quite likely that we need to retest the imbalance right here that we left towards 3.6 and 3.55. So let's do that first. But after that, I do think it's most likely, given the fundamental changes that we've had and sentimental changes that we've had, I do think it's most likely we'll rally into that. And then, like I said, I mean, I don't, even though there was the momentum this morning, which is very interesting, and you shouldn't ignore that. We're still some percentages away from this level, and we need quite a lot of momentum to break out above that. And at this point of time, if you take a look at the fundamentals for SUI, they're definitely not bad, but the fundamentals for SUI do not predict a breakout, nor do I think that the strength of the market predicts a breakout. So I would say it's most likely that from there we will reject. But that is something I will keep you updated on, and especially if we do have enough momentum to break through when we actually get there, which is obviously something we'll have to monitor. I'll try to update you on that as soon as I can as well. But for now, that's what I think you need to know. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all in my next videos, and bye.